Hello, this is Solomon Davis from Right Side Trading, where you can learn to trade on the right side with confidence. I'm going to just do a quick video here of a morning day trade on the NASDAQ. Well, I'm going to show you the NASDAQ trade. Well, the NASDAQ really was a doji this morning, and I just wanted to get that recorded. And also, I switched over to the SPY and doing a quick trade on that right quick. I got our web page up, and I'll bring it up at this closure here, letting you know that this is for information only, for educational purposes only. You know, read it, pause it, and let's jump right into the trade. I guess you can see my one screen here that I use as my different indicators and things that I like looking at for me when I'm trading. And my NASDAQ trade, let me maximize this screen here, and let me switch over to this other screen so I can let you see what's going on. That's what it's really all about. Apply changes here. On the SPY, this is the virtual account that you're looking at right quick. I saw the market did this little thing right here. It doji just like the NASDAQ did. It dropped down. It gave me one of my patterns that you see me talking about all the time on a 5-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart. Yes, on my 5-minute chart. And so I didn't get in this trade right away, again, because I was watching the NASDAQ. You know, I switched over here. I saw this. I saw it breaking up above here. I saw it resting here. You see, if you watch my blog, I talk about the market resting. It does it on all time frames. You know, so right here it was doing a little rest, a little pullback. I was expecting it to go higher. I had up to this point that I could actually go to, so I jumped into this trade. 2 contracts. You know, at 21.57. So I got in about right 21.57.25. So I got in about right in this area here of this trade, you know. So that's where I jumped in at. So I jumped in. I've been in this trade, got my stop in place. Now I'm going for my target. My target was 2 contracts that probably would net me around a couple $100, but I like to make around $500 a day if possible. So we're going to scoop this up a little bit. You know, and we're going to move out. Now that this trade is going, we're going to move our stop up a little bit too to lock in some profit. Well, we're going to lock it in where it can be a no-lose type trade. So let's do that. So on this screen over here, you can see now this is where I am at the trade. This is now where my stop is at. I can get stopped out, and I may not reach what I really want to reach on this trade, but I won't lose any money on this trade. And that's the whole thing with trade when it comes to trading. You know, if you be patient and wait for those best entries, those best setups. Now, you know, just that whole patient thing and discipline thing is the key to trading. You know, if you can do that, you know, you can get where you don't lose a lot of money out here. You're gonna have some times when you do lose money, things don't work out the way that you expect to work out. But that's the other thing with me. I don't mind taking a lot of trades if I need to. You know, but the thing, and if I'm just getting little wins, like this one looks like it's going to get stopped out, and I might just bring it back down to a break even right there. Again, I don't want to get stopped out on this trade. And, you know, I'll take a 1 tick, you know, just to cover my commissions and stuff and all. But I want to give the trade some time to work. And I'm not used to trading the SPY. This is the SPY, so I don't know exactly how. I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with how it moves. So, but I don't want to get stopped out. So that's why I'm moving here. But I'm looking at a lot of volume here compared to the NASDAQ. You know, the NASDAQ is nothing like this. So it's a new animal for me. And I'm getting where I want to watch this every now and then. Let me, this is virtual account. I see some things not set here the way I like them set. So I'm going to do that right quick. Say okay. Slide this over. Now we can slide this stuff back. And this should be over a little bit more. This should be able to sit right about in here. Let's, sorry about that. I gotta have it looking the way I like it looking. There. Now we're looking good. Okay. So I got the screen set up the way I like it. Let me see what I got you guys looking at. You guys are looking at my trade, my screen with the trade on it, I hope. But let me switch over to some of the indicators and stuff I like. You know, it's been over 6 months. You know, I start letting you in on a little of things, that everything that I'm watching. A lot of times I'm just usually just showing you a plain chart and all. And so let's switch over to the other screen, and I'll show you some of the indicators and stuff that I like. You know, okay. One of the things, this is the MACD, and these are just the standard numbers that come with the MACD. So that was the other thing I was looking at. This is the NASDAQ. I did take a NASDAQ trade this morning. I just didn't take this first morning trade. This first morning trade was a doji on the 5-minute candle. But once I switched over and I saw all this other stuff going in, you know, I did jump into this trade, and believe it or not, you can still get pretty good entries, you know, based on these things that you see happening here. Now, again, this right here was turning a little earlier before this was turning. So you're in there. Oh, also, let me get on this one here. Let's get down to a 5-minute time frame, or maybe even a 2-minute time frame. A lot of times I do. Again, on this here, you know, after this doji stuff, I'm seeing that the stochastic stuff is still riding kind of high, that this market wants to go up. It gives you time to get into these trades, you know. And again, you know, I got in at a certain around 87. I think it was maybe 88.25 or 87.75, somewhere there. And I rolled it up to 97 something. Although it went 10 points, almost went 10 points higher. But again, you got to get to where you know what you want to make on the trade, and you take that, or you can learn different ways of actually managing your trades. Me, I got out, you know, on this candle. I couldn't move my target fast enough when this thing popped. I was already trailing it with my stop, so it didn't happen. But again, the other thing that I also saw when this was happening, I used this John Carter squeeze thing, and this John Carter squeeze thing was showing me the same thing like over on the stochastic chart, that it was riding kind of high, and then it started, you know, after the 930 doji thing. After a while, it started putting out some of these little red dots. These little red dots letting you know that a squeeze and a possible move is going to happen. And the thing is, since that came from the bottom, the most likely direction of that move is going to probably be to the upside. And you know me, I like doing the upside trades. So that's what I was looking at. You know, that's what helps me make my decisions on which way I'm actually trade something. You know, and these are some of the tools that I use. You see some other crazy things up top. Those are not for me to talk about, but let's see what they was actually showing me at that time. And that's bonds. Let me put this one on. Let's put this one on NQ. And even this particular tool that I like using, and as you can see, there's no reason to be out of that trade. That trade came across here, gave you another reason to get into that trade again, and you could have rode it higher. And on this particular tool here that I like, which is something different that you won't see out there, and you know, it was showing me that the market was these two tunnel things, kind of like it was going sideways, and it finally kind of broke above a little bit here, where it gave you an early entry, and then it closed down here below that. But the way we look at these sometimes, you know, we wait, because again, we're still going sideways. We know we're going to channel sideways, and it finally broke out of the above, and these lines finally late turned around. But, you know, on this thing here, we have a target of 91, and another target. This is the previous day lower high. But you know, again, it gave us a nice indication that this market was getting ready to turn out once you learn how to read those things. You know, but the MACD, the stochastic, John Carter thing, all was pointing towards the upward way. And that's the reason why I took the trade. I took a later trade on the NASDAQ, but the first morning trade that I like doing, it was a doji, so I couldn't take a trade like right away. You know, so I had to wait until something set up. Again, that discipline and learn to wait, you know, and waiting for your setups. And that's another time frame that I like looking at. Let's go at 10 minutes. And on the 10 minutes, you know, boom, it gave you, everything is going to look good. I don't care what time frame you're on, you know, so that's why I go back to my 5 minutes where I like staying at and go back here. You know, but that's what we said. And now back, let's switch, I did switch screens. Let's switch back over to the trade that we're in. And the trade that we're in, it's moved up a little bit, and it's at that $200 point where I like. And let's go see. I want to see it make a tick up. It's trading at 0.0. I think if it makes a tick up, it'll be right at 200. So I need 2 more points higher than that, 59.25. So like I said, it'd be 61.25. 61.75 is really where I want this thing to go, So that's the trade. And should I move my stop up? My stop is at, I like it to be a couple of points higher before I actually move my stop. Because I don't want to get stopped out of this trade. Like you said, you never know what the market is going to do. But it's a virtual trade. Let's do this. So now we locked in at least a point on this trade, which normally would be $50, but it's $100. A lot of times on my trades, if I get $100, I'm happy. So now I think that's all I really want to share on this particular trade. I'll let it play out. And then it's kind of letting you see how I manage my trade. How I manage my trade is not the way you may want to manage your trade. You use moving averages and use a lot of other lines. And as you can see on my other charts, I do have other lines and things that I can use to manage my trades. And I am looking at other things. You see, there's no reason for me to get out of my trade and have my stops too tight. But, I just don't like a winning trade to turn into a losing trade. And even in my virtual account, I try to use that same type of mentality, try to, once I made some money, try to keep that money. I'll let it wiggle around a little bit, to go higher. But, you don't want a winning trade. The key is you don't want a winning trade to turn into a losing trade. I see that happen so often with other traders and stuff. They want to try to leave their stop where it was originally at, 1 point, 2 points, 5 points, pull out the entry. And you should be trying to bring that stop up to your entry point where it'd be at least a break-even trade. You're only paying commission on that trade. And if you can bring it a tick or two above, where you got in, where, again, at least you got the market paying for your commission zone for you. It's still money coming out. Money not going into your pocket, So got to think of it like that. But I think that's it for now. Let me bring up our webpage again. I'll go back to the home page. Let me switch screens. Apply changes. Go to the home page. Visit us at Right Side Trading. Check out our blog. My connection is getting kind of slow. What's going on? Maybe it's the web page and web. I put the pivots out every morning. I do play some of my trades out there, my NASDAQ trades out there. Wally does a real good review of the market itself. It's out here. The weekly market review done by Wally. It's really good. Me, all I do is I look at the NASDAQ, and during the week I actually put numbers out on the NASDAQ that I'm looking at, and I do my trade review, let you see how my trades worked out throughout the week. And so check that out. And we do have courses, we do have mentorship, we do coaching, and we do have this product here. I see we haven't put the new page out here, but we're going to start offering, what we're looking at, during the week when it comes to stocks and stuff, and what's going to come along with that is, we're going to provide some course material, and we're going to provide a webinar where we'll go over things every week. So check us out. This is Solomon from Right Side Trading, where you can learn to trade on the right side with confidence. Bye.